So in this video I just want to talk about sort of the universe and sci-fi and all that inspires me by it. Because at the moment I'm playing Halo Infinite, and that just brings back so many memories. And I'm just, even on the main menu and stuff, you can see the Halo ring, and you're thinking almost that's not far. I know it's meant to be sci-fi, but it's almost not far from the truth. In however many years' time, AI or equivalent of humans like aliens could make something like Halo rings, and that's not far from the truth. They even said that we will have to build cities in space, and it's quite fascinating. I think in like Halo Infinite and stuff, like Cortana's like gone rogue or something, but all the AI, Cortana herself, the AI and everything that Master Chief's holding in his hand and he puts in the back of his helmet, all this is kind of, it's not, it's not too far from what could be reality. It's not like, oh god, that's never going to happen. I mean, it's almost opens your eyes up to the possibilities of the future, and it's quite fascinating. Like I said, Halo, all this, even though it's not many, obviously it's meant to be, it's not real, is it? But it's the sci-fi in the sense that it could be potential in the future is just fascinating to me. Like I said, I find it fascinating. And like I said, other sci-fi movies, I've said before, Moonfall was a really good one about how our ancestors colonized the moon, but then AI took over, and so they planted the seed of life on planet Earth, and that's when all life grew and everything, and all the species of animals, because we're obviously animals, we're mammals, we're primates. And it's really fascinating. I find it really fascinating. Even in Interstellar, they talk about time dilation and kind of how space and time link and everything, wormholes with Albert Einstein and everything they were talking about, and about how you spend one time on a planet in a different solar system or something. You spend half an hour there, but on the spaceship just outside the planet, it's like 20 years have gone by. It's really fascinating. And like I said, there's like 1 billion Earth-like planets in our galaxy, probably not even in the observable universe, but in our sort of local galaxy. There would be like a billion Earth-like planets, and of course life's bound to hold one of them. And it's fascinating. That could be like a twin version of me doing something in a parallel universe that's not even within the observable universe, or is within it. And it's just fascinating about all these sci-fi. There's probably obviously there's going to be loads of sci-fi stuff I'm missing out now, but yeah, Interstellar, Gravity is a good one, and that's got really good kind of graphics. And I don't know how they made that. It's got really good like sort of CGI, I suppose. And yeah, all this, I'm just looking forward to seeing what the universe has to behold, because with Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking, all their theories about wormholes, and the universe is ever expanding. But the question I always ask is, there's got to be something out there. What is out there? What is anything? If you go beyond the observable universe, if you go outside the universe and there's nothing, what is anything? What was before the universe? There had to be something. What is anything? If before anything existed, what was anything? How would the universe know to even make anything and make us and make the planets if there was nothing at all at one point? It's kind of quite far. I can't wrap my head around what is anything then if there was nothing at some point. How where would you get anything from if there was nothing? I find it absolutely fascinating. Like what could be outside there? Are we like in some little alien's jar or something, and the whole universe is it's absolutely fascinating. There's got to be something out there. It's really if you take everything away, what is anything if there is nothing, like before the universe or after or outside the universe? If you go outside it, it's fascinating. Like I said, there's so much to explore, because even in games on Mass Effect, they kind of travel through fast sort of time travel, and all these planets they go to, and all the aliens they meet, they talk to a lot of aliens, and even in the Halo they talk to a lot of Covenant and the Banished, and all these sort of human equivalent with the same facial structures as us. And even in Mass Effect, like I said, they talk to aliens, and you can actually make dialogue with other aliens, which is probably not far from the truth. There probably are aliens equivalent to humans in the sense that they walk on two legs and stuff, and they have just slightly similar facial structures, obviously not made of skin and bone, made of something else. It's really fascinating. Like there's probably aliens like that, in Mass Effect and everything they're talking about, and even in Star Trek: Knights of the Old Republic, that was one of my favourite games I played in the Xbox original, and they're kind of travelling through different planets and everything, and they kind of land on some sort of futuristic planet. Even in Star Trek, that seems to happen. They're kind of landing on futuristic planets, and a lot of these things is fascinating because it is out there. The universe is to behold. Wormholes and travelling back in time, travelling forward in time. People say travelling back in time is impossible, but we could travel forward in time. All this is just absolutely fascinates me. That the space and everything, how big planets are, and the sun, and white dwarfs and everything, and black holes, and how sort of scary they could be. I think we're sort of really far away from one at the moment. But all this absolutely fascinates me. Because, the universe, even on Minecraft there's a bit you can get to the universe on it. But yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. And, wow. Hopefully I can somehow do some space tourism, and I can travel on Elon Musk's sort of SpaceX or whatever, and go to like planet Mars and stuff, and create a family and have a few Martian kids and everything, and have a little baby, and it'll be good. And I just can't wait. I want to travel. I haven't traveled planet Earth yet, but I want to travel everywhere that's possible, the whole universe. Let me have it. Let me have it.